Hello guys, welcome to a new video, and I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Where we left off last time was the engine getting fully torn down, pistons and everything out. So I brought the engine to the machine shop and to tell me what needed to happen. So I got the engine back. Here it is. It's the block. This is the head, the crank, bearings, and then this box, this stuff. So basically, I'm going to show you the block as well. The head looks completely fresh and new. And here we have the block. So what basically the problem was the original pistons had too much play inside the cylinders. So what we did is they bored out the cylinders to match the oversized pistons, or basically that was the solution to the problem because we had too much play. So the cylinders were bored out for I think 0.5 mil pair pistons, and of course honed and everything that needed to be done, cleaned, resurfaced, and yeah. So we have a fresh block. The head has been done. They did the valve seats, they did the valve shims, they cleaned it, they basically did everything. And then the crank got polished, looks nice as well. Everything got cleaned, everything got checked. The only thing we need to check is the main bearing clearance, but the rod bearing clearance should be good. And then what we need to do is assemble pistons to the rods and assemble the pistons itself, of course. So yeah, these are some nice ass pistons. So it's time to get started. Let's get the block loaded up on the stand and then we can get started. I also put this GoPro on my head so just so you can see the point of view sort of this engine build. So, oh, I didn't even see this. There's a hole here. Alright, first things first, measure the crank bearing clearance. So we're going to put all the bearings in, put the crank in, torque it to spec with the plastic gauge in between, and then see what the specs are. So let's grab the bearings. Why does it look so small? They never should have allowed me to build anything on a car related. I'm stressing because this one doesn't fit, but this is the front of the engine and the bearing needs to go there. You can see it. I'm such a fucking idiot. So yeah, this one, such a idiot. And then I'm building an S54 with this amount of brain capacity. It's gonna turn out into a disaster. See? Fits. Oh my god. So what we need to do now is put the crank in, not reverse. Just put the crank in. Thick boy! Ta-da. Next step, clean the crank a bit, or let clean, just get the stuff off, and then we can put the main caps on and see the clearance. What we need to do now is angle it 50 degrees, so I'm going to get the angle meter. All right. Angled. So what we need to do now is take it all off again. Then we can measure the bearings. So yeah, let's undo them again. On the camera, but this is the plastic gauge. You can see it like this. 0.076. 0.064 is too big. This is perfect. And basically on every cylinder or every crankcap, it's the same story. 0.076. So we are within spec, which is good. So what we can do now is get the crank out again, lube up the bearings. Oh, what we need to do as well, don't forget, is the oil sprayers on the in the block. We need to do that first. We could when the crank is in, but it's easier when the crank is not. Put that in, torque them, and then we can put the crank back in. Use assembly lube because for first startup we need some lube in there, and then we can continue with assembling the engine. Well, then building an engine. Alright, crank is torqued, angled and in. So next we can do the pistons, which we need to assemble first. So I did the measurement of all the piston rings. I asked the machine shop to measure them as well. So there were some bags that were a bit oily and there were fingerprints on them. So I assume they did it because I asked for it. Everything seems to be within spec. This one is a bit on the high end in terms of cap side, and this a bit on the, it's still in spec but still on the low side, but the rest is pretty consistent. So yeah, if there were any issues, I'm sure the machine shop would have seen it, and I'm just double checking, and it seems there's nothing crazy going on here. So next, not sure, should I put the piston rings on the piston first or attach the rod to the piston? Yes. Ta-da! It's in, exhaust side, exhaust, yes. So I did all the pistons and rods, connecting them. They're all connected. So what I'm gonna do now, I think to make life easy, I'm just gonna put the bearing already on the rod, and then we can put the piston in the block. There is an instruction on how to do the, you can see it right here, top ring, secondary ring, oil ring, oil ring. So I'm gonna do that on all the pistons, put the rod bearing in there, and then you can put the first one in the engine itself. There. That looks cool. So next day the pistons and rods are in. I connected the rod bearing caps, but I haven't torqued them down just so I can see if everything is correct. So I'm gonna show you torque the rod bearing caps. So we're gonna turn the engine around and then start torquing those. Now the camshaft sprocket thingy. So we have a new oil pump chain. So for this oil pickup tube I have a new O-ring. So we're gonna take this one off. This one. Now that this whole assembly is on, we can turn the engine around and put the head on. So we're making good progress. So that's where I'm gonna end today's video. Next week you're gonna see the rest of the rebuild. We're gonna do the head. We're gonna do basically finish the engine. So yeah, hope you guys liked it. And there's a lot of more exciting stuff to come. Should I give you a little sneak peek? Maybe little one then. Little sneak peek then. That's all you need to know. So, thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.